Hello everybody, this is Debbie. I hope that you guys are all well. Yes, it's a bit late that I'm coming to you guys, but I've been quite busy today. What am I grateful for today? Ooh, quite a lot of gratitude. I'm grateful for the fact that I did a show this morning from 7 to 7:30, and we were looking at the education system. And that was really beautiful because I'm able to talk from the space of being an educator and a parent. So those are so it's quite good I'm able to do that. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm also grateful for life because I've made it another beautiful day that I'm able to use my skills to support and empower my students. I'm also grateful for the fact that I'm in a fantastic school, which I quite like, but I might be moving out of that school, although I quite like it. There's sometimes, we just have to move on to do other things and go into other schools. I think there's where I'm meant to be, going to other schools, not just staying to one school. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to do that. I'm grateful for family and friends. That's another thing I'm grateful for as well. And I'm grateful for my students because we are beginning to really connect now, which is wonderful. Because even today, the group I saw on, what day did I leave them? I think I left early on Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday I left early. So that group, I didn't see them. I didn't see that group again until today. And one of the things they keep on saying, "Oh, Miss, you left us on Tuesday." I said, "But I told you guys I had an appointment." So they were still going on about I left them on Tuesday. And I keep on saying to them, you guys need to remember I'm a supply teacher. So there might be one day when you guys come in, I am not there. I'm just trying to prepare them. I haven't told them that, tomorrow is my last day. I haven't told them, any of them that. I've just been telling them gentle that they need to realize that as a supply teacher, I'm in a school temporarily. And then I move on. So my thing is, tomorrow I'm not going to say anything to them. I'm just going to not say anything, just leave them. Because I think that might be easier than me having students, like all these questions, So I'm grateful for that. My win, oh my goodness, I had quite a few wins today. One student, a group 11, I see, year 11 rather, I see every other week because in most schools they operate 2 different weeks. Week 1 is one group of timetable. Week 2 is a different timetable. So there's some students I might see every other week. So this group of year 11, I saw not last week, the week before last, and there was one student. She was very well. I would look at it very cantankerous, basically. Very, very negative as well. I'd say something to her because she was talking to a friend. I said to her, you need to be quiet. And she ended up swearing at me. And I thought of, okay, what should I do? Should I send her out of the classroom? Or should I say to her, I'll see her after the lesson? So I've decided to say to her, I'll see her after the lesson. She was even more verbally abusive. I thought, okay, I'll have to find a way of dealing with this student because obviously there seems to be some issues there. So I saw her at another day because I don't think it was okay to see her at the same time because I don't know, whatever issues that were happening. So we had a conversation and I thought, okay, let's see what today is going to be like. And today was fantastic. You wouldn't think it was the same child today. She was just beautifully behaved. So I did have to commend her on that because after the lesson I said, oh, can I see you for a few minutes? And she looked at me and said, Miss, what have I done? I say, why does it have to be you've done something why I want to see you? Because many times when I ask students, I want to see them, they automatically feel that it's something I'm seeing them for because they've done something wrong. So I have to remind them, I don't always have to see you because you've done something wrong. So when she actually said me, I said to her, I just want to tell you how well you behave you were and you worked so much because she did. She worked really well in the class. Her feedback was brilliant. And I did tell her that in the lesson. I said to her, oh my goodness, I came, I went close up to her and said to her, you're working really well, well done. and she just smiled. She just beamed, which was really nice. So after the lesson, I felt it was necessary that I connected with her again and praise her and saying to her, you've done really well. I say, I'm really pleased with you today. You've walked well, you walk on your own. When you needed help, you called me, and that was brilliant. She was so happy about that. That was really nice. That was one of my wins, because this was a challenging student, that I actually had to, do some navigating with, and that was brilliant. So that was a good session. And in another group of mine, I had to actually send a student out. She was too disruptive. She was disrupting the rest of my class. So I had to say to her, you know what? I need you to leave the lesson. Oh, Miss, why should I leave? I said, no. I need you to leave the lesson and we connect after. Because she was just disrupting the class. And I'm looking at the other student, and their body language was telling me that, she needed to leave the class because it was not productive for the rest of the lesson, and it wasn't productive for the rest of the students who needed to do some work. I seldom send students out, but I really had to do that today because it was just too disruptive. I then engaged with her after. It wasn't as productive as I wanted it to be, but I'm going to see her tomorrow again, because I did say to her, you know what, let's just leave this today and we pick up on that in the next session. So I'm going to pick up with her tomorrow to see whether or not she's in a better place for us to have some conversation. Because there's sometimes we need to leave a situation if we are not able to connect with the student and say to them, okay, this is not working out today, so possibly tomorrow you'll be at a better place, so we'll pick that up. So I'm just hoping that tomorrow that she's in a better place, because all I say to her, I want you to reflect on what happened today and say, what do you mean? It's like the aggressiveness. Why do I mean? She needs to reflect, and she was giving me all of that. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't argue with students. I don't shout at students. I ain't got time for that. That's too much energy. So I'll see what tomorrow is like. So that was one of the downside with me not getting through to that student. But I'll see what the situation is like tomorrow. However, I also am aware that not every day we are able to connect with our students. There's some days there are other things happening that we cannot reach them. So there's some days we just have to leave it and then hope that the next day is a better day. And I think that was what actually happened with today, my student and I. So earlier on, that's my win. One student who was disruptive a few weeks ago, she and I now connect, which is brilliant. And I had a student I had to throw out of the class. I had to actually leave my class today because she was too disruptive. All in all, today was a fantastic day. My students are really coming along nicely. They're beginning to be much more positive. They're using less of the shut up with each other and they're swearing to each other. Because the minute they begin to use it, I would just look at them and they would catch themselves. One of them actually did swear today at another one, and I looked at her and she said, oh, miss, sorry, miss, I forgot. I didn't say anything. I just looked at her. There's sometimes we don't even need to say anything. You just look at them. So I said to her, yes, I hear you apologizing. That's it. That's all I said. Because when she saw, I just looked at her and she said, oh, sorry, miss. So, there's sometimes it's a matter of just looking at these students. Just looking at them, I'm hoping that would remind them that, the swearing is not positive. The telling each other to shut up and they're stupid is not positive. So I'm really hoping that, getting through to the students. Another student said to me today, miss, I have to tell you, you're a really good teacher. I said, really? I said, okay. I said, why did you say that? She said, oh, because I've learned a lot. I said, okay, that's brilliant. Thank you for that. So it's quite, those are some of the nice, the triumph in teaching. But I keep saying teaching is challenging. It is lovely. It is rewarding. But believe me, it is challenging, especially dealing with teenagers. Because this is my first, this year having my first year, I have actually worked with the under 18 for a long time, because I've actually made it very conscious that I was only teaching sixth form, and my sixth form was normally the upper six, which means I'm talking about the 17 and 18-year-old. So this is the first year in a long time that I've taught students from age 14 and upwards. Oh, actually, I've actually taught year 7s as well. This is the first year I've actually done that. And it is rewarding as well as challenging. And I'm reflecting as to whether or not I want to, be in that age group again. It's quite rewarding, but as I say, it's quite challenging as well. And it's quite refreshing as well. I must add that bit. Because as I said, this year is the only time I've actually worked with this group for a long time. I'd actually forgotten some of the attitude of these young people, because although the 17 to or the 18 to 19-year-old, you get attitude, but it's not so much as in this younger group. So it's interesting. It's actually teaching me quite a lot. As I said to my students today, all of them, I've learned so much from you guys, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity, that you guys have been my teacher. So it's been really it's been challenging, interesting, but there's some triumph as well. Anyway, guys, I've got to go and prepare some lessons for tomorrow. Have a good night, morning, evening where you are. Stay blessed, take care. Oh, I've got 2 shows tomorrow. One of them is the Female Educators Roundtable. I have decided I wasn't going to have an educator on. I was just going to talk about my experience 12 months on. And I've got another show with the 100 Black Men of London. That is at 7:30. And we'll be looking at Black History Month. What are schools doing for Black History Month? Because last year they all were quick to do something regarding Black Lives Matters. So it's interesting to see 12 months on, what are they really doing? So that's what we'll be talking about regarding the Black History Month, because tomorrow is the beginning of Black History Month. So it'll be interesting to see. And it'll also be interesting to see in one of the schools I'm in, what they're actually putting on for Black History Month. I'm just looking to see. Anyway, guys, that's my shows for tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another Facebook Live talking about my gratitude and my wins for tomorrow. Take care. Remember to love yourself. No one else would love you as much as you love you. Take care. Stay blessed. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.